Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. This is the final reveal of the Tartar miniatures bust, resin bust called Warrior Plains. Obviously you can see it's the Native American subject that I painted is it 6 months ago, a year ago? I lost track. But I really wanted to show it because I'm trying to go through I've got this one, I've got the Highland Officer, they're all going on plinths slowly, and I just wanted to show this one off as I've finally achieved that. I've got just a painted wooden dowel, or it's actually a lolly stick, ice lolly stick. We went through a stage where we're putting them in wooden dowels in the middle of them for some reason, and I'm glad I kept them. So the Oakwood Studios is the plinth. Again, no connection to any of these companies. They've all been bought by myself. The plinth is U, which I'll give you a close-up again. I have done an unboxing of the plinths actually because I just like them so much. But thoroughly enjoyed this one. I love Western subjects in general, Western art. You know, whether it's native subjects, mountain men, you know, Wild West gunfighters. You know, I just like the subject, and I like the open spaces, the wildlife type of thing of it all. You will probably see obviously lots more different subjects when I find one that interests me. There's another bust that I'd like to paint, and two busts I'd like to paint, Native American, First Nation subjects. There's a couple of mountain men I'd like to paint. I've not really seen any cowboy type things that I'm really that taken with. They don't do a lot of them for some reason, and that's a shame because I'd have probably painted a couple of them up. There's a few Civil War ones I want. In fact, I'll probably be doing a Civil War one next when I get it. But well, not next. I've got the Battle of Britain fighter pilot to do next. But just Western subjects. There's a few I want to do. So yeah, I'm rambling as usual. But I did just want to do this video just to say done, dusted, and going to enjoy. When I pass my cabinet, I always stop and have a look at my figures, and I also think you see when you put them in your dustproof perspex like box, or they really need to be dustproof as best as you can get them. You can see your progression. There will be a stage where I'll probably have to try and sell. You never get to sell these very well, but I will probably end up selling some off at some stage just to make room for later acquisitions, because you can only have so many. But there are certain subjects that I'll probably keep just to see my own progression, see if I'm getting anywhere in the painting world. If I'm improving at all. I have bitten the bullet. Victor, as I've put a comment on his channel, if you go over and see Vic's miniatures. Sorry, Victor, I can never remember people's channels. But go and see Victor. He's done a great review of the AK Kirill Kanaev book on how to paint figures and busts and things. Expensive. I'm still crying now, but it's ordered, and hopefully it'll be here in a couple of days, and hopefully my figure painting will improve more. So let's just lift this up. I'm doing this on my tripod away from the desk. So there's me. My wife was kind enough again to do a whole batch of these sticky labels for me, and there's our plinth. I'm sorry, I'm just holding it in front of the camera, twirling it around, but you have seen all these before. I just wanted to prove that they don't just, yes, all right, they do stay in a dustproof box for a long while. You'll see probably more progression now when I paint them. As long as I was looking for somewhere to buy plinths that I liked, and obviously Oakwood I like, so I'm quite happy to revisit that place and get some more. So if I've got them in stock, I will mount them as I paint them. So Right guys, I'm waffling away, but I'm also enjoying looking at my own figure under the lights while, with the black background while I'm talking. I really would encourage anybody. A military modeller Paul, go and check his channel out. He's the guy that was running the Armistice Stroke Remembrance Day group build. He's just done Lucky Jack, who is the bust that you see on my thumbnail. He's just done that. That's his first painting, and he's made a cracking job of that. So go and check Paul out and see his Lucky Jack bust. And he's also got a World War II bust to paint at some stage, and as he said, now it's given him a bit more confidence to start painting a lot smaller versions, but the 1 in 35 scale figures for his vehicles, because he's a top scale modeller, and you know, it'd be nice to see him add some crew figures or whatever to his vehicles. So yeah, pick, again, just like scale modelling, they're not cheap, although this one, comparatively speaking, I think it was around 30 odd pounds, 32 pounds, something like that. I got this from El Greco Miniatures here in the UK, who sell a range of different companies, busts and figures, but that was a very, very reasonable price, and there wasn't, you'll have to go back to my unboxings, I don't think I did any real clean-up on it. You've got to enjoy painting beads, but that's a Native American subject for you. But yeah, between 30 and 55 pounds, for the, or sometimes you'll get busts that are actually two busts, or they might be more involved for different reasons, like my fighter pilot with the Cocker Spaniel on his shoulder. Obviously you have to pay for the more sculpting and the more resin. But don't be afraid. It's just like everything. It's like me doing scale models. You're going to do loads of stuff ups before you see an improvement. But they really are enjoyable, and you can pick them up. They don't take a lot of room up. You can pick them up and put them down when you want to do a bit to them, or you can see one through from beginning to end. This is painted in acrylics. Obviously, you can paint them in oils. The one I'm doing at the moment is in oils. I would say, although this is the one in oils I'm doing at the moment is only the second one, I prefer acrylics. I'd say I'll put my hand down on the table and say it. I think acrylics are my medium of choice, but that's not to say I won't paint any more in oils. I think you've got to just develop yourself, really. It's like Paul saying he's done the bust and he feels more confident of painting smaller figures, because you learn to keep your paint thin if you're using acrylics. All the little bits and pieces you pick up, you can transfer to a tiny figure. I mean, me guys, I paint literally 10mm War Games figures to these things, so you just apply that knowledge and you change it for each subject you do, but you soon learn. And it's the same with doing the oils. I think for working on the face, probably oils can be better, because you can blend them really well. I just think for myself, acrylic shade it for me, or you might paint them both, acrylics and oils at the same time on the same figure. But yeah, I'll probably stick with acrylics. Right, I am waffling and meandering as I always do. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're keeping safe and sound. I hope your projects are going well for yourselves, and they're giving you some enjoyment in these cruel times. As I say, it really will help to pick you up if you get painting and sticking your models together, and get yourself out of any funk that you're in, because it's quite easy to be laid low with all that's going on at the moment. So just try, if it means watching loads of people's videos, just to get yourself some gumption to pick up a brush or airbrush or glue, whatever your thing is. But just look after yourselves, guys, and we'll catch each other very, very soon on another video. Cheers. And I should have just said, sorry guys, I'm tacking this on at the end. There'll be some photographs at the end. Although, again, I've taken loads already of this particular piece, so you might want to bypass them, but hey, if you've got a spare minute, there'll be some photos at the end. Thanks guys.